Hello all and welcome to video classes by Konnur Institutes. Today we will be discussing first chapter, that is Introduction to Economics. So first we'll understand the meanings of the list which I have written here. First is goods. So when we are talking about our daily life, what we need? We need goods and services, right? So what are these goods and services? Goods are nothing but the physical and the tangible objects. What is tangible objects? Tangible objects are those objects wherein we can touch and sense those objects. For example, the bicycle, the food, these all are called as the tangible objects. And when we are talking about the services, services are in the nature of intangible. Intangible means we cannot sense that physicality of the things. So services, for example, we can say here the teaching. Next is the facilities which doctor provides us. These comes under services. And next we have these consumers. Who is going to consume these all goods and services which are produced in an economy? So we should have consumers, so that these consumers are those people who consume these both goods and services. So for consumers we say the users of the goods and services. Next, when we are utilizing these goods and services, who are going to produce these goods and services? For us, the producers. We say these producers are those people who engage in the production of goods and services. For example, if I say this pen which I am using right now, who has produced this? Somebody has to produce this, because of which I am able to use this. So I am called as the consumer here. This is good, and the people or the person who has manufactured this pen is called as producers. Then how this pen reached me? That is what comes under the distribution. The person or the people who makes us aware of this product to me is called as distribution. So distribution comes under the people who are making the goods and services available for me. So we can say the shopkeepers, the transporters comes under the distribution. Next, exchange. So how did I buy this? Did I buy this for free? No. I have paid something for this. So what I am doing here is I have paid money to the producer, and producer in return what he has given? He has given this pen. So the exchange of money and the material is called as the exchange or the transaction, what we say. So that is nothing but the exchange. For what did I purchase this? Did I just give him something else in return? No, I gave him the amount or the price. So for how I am doing the exchange is I am giving him a certain amount. So the price, the MRP, what we say. So I am giving him the MRP price of this pen, because of which in return he is giving me this pen. So this price is the value of the pen. So when we are talking about price, money, exchange things, and I am satisfying my requirement of this pen, I should earn money, right? So how I am earning money is because I am earning money by teaching with the profession of teaching. So when I give tuitions for students, and in return I get fees. So with that fees amount I am earning my money. It's my income. So with that income, what I am doing is I am taking certain part of that income and I am utilizing that part of income to purchase this pen. So that is called as the money wherein I am getting. So I had told the teaching profession. What is that called? That comes under the employment. Employment is an agreement made between two people. One is the employee and the employer. Employer is the person who gives job to the people, and those people are called as employees. Those employees are those people who take jobs from the employers. So this employment With the help of this employment, we are earning the income. I had said I am giving tuitions to the students, right? So they are paying me the fees. So the fees, what I am collecting from those students, for me it is an income. So that is the contract between me and the students. So what I am doing here is I am getting fees as the income. Next, let's move to the next point. The government comes into picture. Why this government comes into picture? Whatever the goods and services we are utilizing, we are consuming, or the producers are producing, for them, for those goods and services, we have to pay taxes. So government collects these taxes. And why we have government? We have government not only just to collect the taxes, but also they have laws and orders wherein every person or every citizen of the country has to follow. So they maintain the law and orders. And next, we have this common basic facilities. We have these road facilities, yes, the transportation facilities. We have water facilities. We have hospitalities. From where we have received these all the basic facilities. These basic facilities are given from the government. So what government does here is it gives us the common basic necessities or the facilities which every citizen is in need of. So that is why government comes into picture. Yeah, we have discussed about all those consumption, the consumers, the producers, the production, yes, and the exchange and also the distribution. These four things are called as the economic activities. What are those four things? One is the production, yes. Second is the consumption. Third is the exchange, and the fourth one is the distribution. So these four contributes towards the economic activity. And when we are talking about these production, consumption, exchange, distribution, we say it as economic. This is called as organization of economy. So how one country's economy is constitutes is nothing but it is consisted with production, consumption, exchange and the distribution. Next, let's understand what is economics. There are certain definitions, certain meanings wherein they have given. We can see some people have called it as an art, economics as an art. Some people have called it economics as an science. Some people have said economics as an social science. So, when they are talking about this art, we can come to this part wherein economics is derived from Greek words. So, what are these two Greek words? One is the okios and second is the nomos. Okios means household, whereas nomos means management. So some people have said economics is an art of managing the household things or the household transactions. And when we are talking about science, what is the science? Economics is a study of science wherein it deals with all the production, consumption, exchange and the distribution are nothing but the economic activities. So some people have said economics is the science of dealing with the economic activities. And some people have called economics as a social science. So why they have called it as social science? Because here what we are doing, here we are understanding how we are utilizing our unlimited wants with the limited resources. What are our unlimited wants? For example, when I imagine you are in 8th standard right now, yes, when you were in the LKG, what were your wants? It was just limited to a pencil, a rubber and a sharpener, that's all. But as you grow up, your wants have changed. Now you want pens and now you want so many other things, for example crayons, the sketches, the brushes, the paints, right? So you can see the changes here, right? Before it was just the pencil, the eraser or the sharpener, but now those wants have been extended, those wants have been grown now. So because of that we say it as a social science. Why is here we are understanding how a person is utilizing his resources, limited resources with the unlimited wants. So that's why economics is also described under art, science and also the social science. So what is this prioritizing? Prioritizing means giving importance to the materials or the objects which we want in the first place. Let's take an example here to understand it better. I have given you 50 rupees. Okay? I have given you rupees 50 rupees. With these 50 rupees, I have given you 3 tasks. One is you have to buy a book, and with this you want to watch a movie, and you are also hungry. So with this 50 rupees, what will you prioritize? For which thing you will give more importance? If you consider me, I will say that for me, hungriness, I want to satisfy my hungriness. So I want to eat something first to get energy. So what I will do here is, I will just spend 20 rupees here. Now remaining 30 rupees I have in my hand. So I cannot go and watch movie because that's not enough money which I have in my hand. So what I will do is, I can postpone this want to the next, or I can just leave it off there it is. I can go with this, I can buy book with the rest 30 rupees what I have in my hand. So this constitutes 50 rupees. What I have done here is, I didn't go for a movie because I didn't left any money in my hand. So the scarcity, the limited source what I have 50 rupees, that is what we are talking about here as the limited source. And the unlimited wants are these: book, watching a movie and I am hungry. So these are unlimited wants which I have. It may go on like this. I can even buy a dress here, I can even buy some cosmetics, right? So the list of unlimited wants, it's like a big list. So what I am doing here is, in this list I am just prioritizing which I want first. I am just sticking like this. Yes, I want book because it's very necessary for me to carry out my academic year. Next, I want energy to carry out my academic studies. So I want energy. So what I am doing, I am satisfying my hungriness. Watching a movie, we can do it in some other time, right? Whenever we have sufficient money. So that's what I am not giving. I am giving very least priority for this. What I am doing here is, I am just postponing that to the next time. So that is why we are calling it as prioritizing of the unlimited wants with the limited sources. You have seen here, right? I have made choices which I want to satisfy first. So that comes here, choice. Why we are making this choice is because of the scarcity. What was the scarcity here? I didn't have enough money because I just had 50 rupees. So that scarcity is nothing but the limited source which I had in my hand. So that's why this scarcity comes into picture. Because of this scarcity, the choice will come into picture. You have seen here, right? I had the 3 choices. Yes, but I had only limited resources, because of which I need only just 2 choices on the basis of the importance of those wants. I have prioritized those wants. So when we are talking about this scarcity and the choice, we come to understand the central problems of the economy. These are nothing but the basic problems, what we say or what we call. So what are these basic problems of the economies? One is what to produce. So when we are talking about what to produce, there will be question in our mind that how much quantity I have to produce these pens. Let's say I want to produce 100. Yes. To produce these pens 100, how much raw materials is necessary? And what is the cost? What kind of material I have to utilize to manufacture this material or the product comes under what to produce. So am I going to produce this marker, or am I going to produce a pen like this, or am I going to produce just a pencil? So that decision comes under what to produce. Next, how to produce. How to produce? We have made a decision, right? From the three, I am not going to produce pencils, I even don't want to produce this pen, but what I am doing here is I want to produce this marker. Yes? Then how I am going to produce this marker? Whether I am utilizing the labors to produce this marker, or am I using the machineries, which we say capital intensified thing. So with these two things, one is labor intensified, the second is the capital intensified. Am I using the man force to produce this marker, or am I using the machineries to produce this marker? Is what comes under how to produce. And even here we are also talking about the technology, whether we have to utilize what kind of technology, or whether it is necessary to drop the technology, comes under how to produce. Next, for whom to produce? Yeah, I have decided 100 units to produce this marker, and also I have decided I will produce this marker with the help of the man force or the labor. Then who is going to buy? Who is my target consumer? Even of that we have to think. So which comes under the for whom to produce. So we have to understand who is my consumer. If I am a producer here, I am a producer of this marker, then I even have to think who is going to consume this, who is going to buy this. Who will buy this? The institutions, yes, the schools, or somebody who is giving private tuitions. I have to list down all those things, and then I have to understand whether manufacturing of this unit is profitable or not. So these are the basic problems or the central problems of the economics. Next, we have definitions given by the economists for the economics. So if you see your textbook, they have mentioned some 4 definition, right? Adam Smith says, who is also called as the father of economics, okay? Adam Smith defines economics is a study of wealth. So Adam Smith, he defines economics as a study of wealth. So what he is doing, what he is telling is how we have to utilize the wealth. So if we have wealth in abundance, what we are doing here is we are not supposed to take entire wealth and just utilize the whatever we want and the rest being wasted. No, what we are doing here is we have wealth in our hand. We have to plan how this wealth is being produced, how efficiently and effectively we have to utilize the resources. So that comes under the study of wealth, which Adam Smith has defined. Next, we'll see Alfred Marshall. What he has given definition is economics is the study of people in the ordinary business of life. What is this ordinary business of life? The life which we carry out in our daily life. We say day-to-day lives, right? So Alfred Marshall is explaining how we are utilizing the goods and services, how we are tackling our limited resources with the unlimited wants. So that comes under Alfred Marshall's definition. And next we have something called as the importance of the study of economics. We have already studied some of the importance of the economics here, but again I will cover some of them. First point is recognize the scarcity of resources against unlimited wants. I had told you here. Yes, I have already explained once. What is that unlimited? Unlimited is, I had said, we had first the pencil, the pen, the eraser, this a sharpener. But as we grow up, what it has become? It has, the list of the wants have been increased, right? So that is what we call it as unlimited wants. And what is this scarcity or the limited resources? Do we have these all the resources? Do we have sufficient money to buy all these resources? No. What we are doing? We are prioritizing the wants which we want to satisfy first. So that's what is we are talking here under the first point of importance of the study of economics. Next point is prioritizing the use of resources and identifying more important and less important. Yet here we have done, right? Less important and more important. We gave more importance to hungriness, we gave more importance to purchase a book, and we gave very less importance to watching a movie. Why we have done this, giving more importance and giving less importance, is because we don't have that sufficient, or we can say unlimited resources, right? We had just 50 rupees in our hand. To watch a movie, we need more 50 rupees, right? Which we didn't have. So that is why we are prioritizing our wants. Next is economical use of the resources and research for more efficient ways of using the resources. What is this economic use? Economic use means we have to use all the resources in the best manner. We are not supposed to waste a single part of that. So that is what we call it as the economic use or saving of the resources. Next we have engage in economic activity to support family as well as the government. Right? Economic activity we had discussed. What are economic activities? We have production, we have consumption, we have exchange, we have even discussed about the distribution. So, the importance of economics also tells us that we should be a part of this economic activity. If we become a part of economic activity, what is the benefit of this? What is the benefit is, here we are earning income, yes. With this income, I am able to satisfy my wants, yes, and to satisfy my wants, I am purchasing the goods and services, yes. For these goods and services, I am paying certain amount of tax, yes. That tax is being collected by the government. And with this, government, what government is doing, it is helping us in providing these basic facilities such as the transportation facilities or the roads, what we say, and even with that, we are even able to get the hospitality facilities. So, every person has to involve in the economic activity. Next, we have contribute to government's revenue and assist it in discharge of its developmental and welfare programs. So, I had said what the government is doing. Here it is collecting the taxes. Yes, the taxes becomes a revenue for the government. That revenue, what government is doing, it is utilizing the resources or the tax amount, and then it is helping us in return by providing us the water facilities or building the tanks in the villages and providing some sanitary facilities, and also it is providing us the infrastructure of the roads, the hospitalities. So that is how the government is utilizing its revenue. Next point is understand the socio-economic problem of the country like poverty, unemployment, inflation, etc. and try to provide solutions to the same. We are not just talking about we earning income. We even have to think about the poverty, the problem. These are the basic problems which we have in our country. So poverty, unemployment, and also the inflation. Inflation is nothing but the sudden rise of the prices of the commodity. So those things even we have to understand here. Last point is suggest better policies and better ways of implementing policies for bringing about desired growth and development of the country. So when we are talking here about the policies, government has made certain policies. For example, we have 5-year plans, right? Why the government has made these 5-year plans? Because they want to give certain importance so for those areas to make it develop, right? So we have educations. Yes, if we don't give much importance to these education, what education area happens here, the importance of the education goes, then we cannot find any developments in this area. So economics tells us about the better policies needs to be implemented in the society. That's all for today's class. We'll just wind up with these points. I hope you have understood all the points which we have discussed in this class. In the next class, we'll just discuss what is a microeconomics and what is a macroeconomics. We'll see in the next class.